The James Webb Space Telescope is so powerful that it actually can analyze the chemical composition of atmospheres from far, far away.
Did you know that one of the most mind-bending discoveries from the Webb telescope might prove that we've been completely wrong about how the universe works? And no, that's not just clickbait. It's a serious possibility that has some of the brightest minds in physics, including Nobel laureates, admitting that our neat and tidy story of the cosmos might be built on a flawed foundation. What was supposed to be a window into the baby universe is turning into a bit of a cosmological nightmare for traditional science. Why? Because it's finding things that, according to our best models, absolutely shouldn't be there. And things are getting even weirder. We're now dealing with two universe-altering anomalies the JWST has just detected. A star that pulled a cosmic magic trick, vanishing right before it was supposed to explode, and colossal primordial giants that might be powered by a totally mysterious force. These discoveries aren't just academic curiosities, they are shattering what we once treated as settled science. So what did the Webb telescope find, and why is it forcing us to ask, what if we've misunderstood everything? For years, we've had a standard model of cosmology, a grand story that explains everything from the Big Bang to galaxies. But what happens when our most powerful telescope starts showing us things that don't fit the story? This isn't a small crack in the theory, it's a chasm. Top scientists, including Nobel Prize winners like Adam Rees and the telescope's own senior project scientist, John Mather, have expressed their surprise. Mather has noted that the early galaxies JWST is seeing are surprisingly big, bright, powerful, and numerous compared with what we expected. That's a polite way of saying the universe isn't behaving the way we thought it would. This growing tension between our models and what Webb actually sees is forcing a profound reevaluation of what we thought we knew. And two recent discoveries are at the very heart of this scientific rebellion. The first is the case of a vanishing star that was hiding from science for decades. The second is a ghost from the dawn of time, the potential discovery of a completely new type of star, one that burns without any nuclear fire. Separately, they're fascinating mysteries. Together, they were a sign that the age of comfortable certainty is over. The age of strange new physics has begun. For decades, astronomers have been dealing with a frustrating cosmic mystery, the red supergiant problem. The theory was simple. Massive stars called red supergiants should be the main source for some of the universe's most violent explosions, known as core collapse supernovae. Yet, when astronomers looked at where these explosions happened, they could rarely find the star that was there right before it went boom. It's like arriving at the scene of a building demolition, but finding no evidence a building was ever there. Where were all the red supergiants? Did they just vanish? This nagging question has puzzled scientists for years. Then came June 29, 2025. In a galaxy 40 million light-years away, astronomers spotted a new supernova, SN 2025 PHT. By sheer luck, the Webb telescope had already observed this exact patch of sky before the explosion. Lead researcher Charlie Kilpatrick said what every astronomer was thinking, we've been waiting for this to happen. When they checked the old data, they found it. But here's where it gets interesting. Right where the supernova later erupted, JWST's infrared eyes saw a bright object. But when they looked at older images from the Hubble telescope, which sees invisible light, there was nothing there. The star was completely invisible. It hadn't vanished, it was hiding. The team had found the red supergiant, but it was wrapped in an impossibly thick shroud of dust. This star was a giant, shining with the light of 100,000 suns, yet this dusty veil was so dense it blocked over 99% of its visible light. Only JWST, with its power to peer through cosmic dust, could see it. Aswin Suresh, a co-author of the study, called it the reddest, most dusty red supergiant that we've seen explode. This discovery was the smoking gun. The red supergiants weren't missing, they were just masters of disguise, hiding behind their own dust clouds before their spectacular finale. Solving this mystery showed us the limits of our old ways of seeing, but it has also opened the door to an even stranger one dating back to the very beginning of time. The standard story of the cosmos tells us that the first stars were born from simple elements and ignited by gravity, which kicked off nuclear fusion. But what if a star could burn without any fusion at all? What if it could be powered by the most mysterious substance in the universe? This is the wild idea behind dark stars, and the JWST may have just found the first candidates. Now, these aren't dark as in without light. In fact, the theory predicts they could be 1,000,000 times massive and 1,000,000,000 times brighter than our sun. They're dark because their power source is theorized to be dark matter. Dark matter is the invisible scaffolding of the cosmos, but we have no idea what it is. One theory suggests that when dark matter particles collide, they can annihilate each other, releasing a ton of energy. The theory of dark stars, first proposed back in 2007 by Catherine Fries and her colleagues, suggests that in the early universe, clouds of gas could have collapsed around a high concentration of this dark matter. Instead of fusion, the energy from dark matter annihilation would push back against gravity, creating a colossal, bright, but strangely puffy star. For years, this was just a fascinating idea, but now JWST is seeing things in the early universe that defy easy explanation. A team of researchers, including Fries, has identified several candidate objects that fit the profile. Objects like JWST and JWST, seen as they were just 300 million years after the Big Bang, are so bright and compact they look more like a single giant star than a sprawling young galaxy. They even found what they called a potential smoking gun signature in the light from one candidate, a specific absorption pattern of helium expected in dark stars. If these are confirmed, the implications are almost beyond imagining. It would be the first hint of a dark matter engine at work. These supermassive dark stars could also solve another huge puzzle: how supermassive black holes got so big so fast in the early universe. A dark star, after burning out, would collapse into a massive black hole, providing the perfect seed for the cosmic monsters JWST is now seeing. So what does this all mean? We're facing a massive problem with our entire understanding of cosmic evolution. What we once treated as settled science is now being shattered by actual images from deep space. The case of the hiding supergiant, SN 2025 PHT, was a detective story that showed us sometimes the answer isn't a new theory, but a better perspective. But the hunt for dark stars is something entirely. This takes us into the realm of truly new physics. Enter thinkers like Sir Roger Penrose, a 2020 Nobel laureate, who proposed that our view of reality may be far too simple. What if the universe doesn't just expand, but evolves through cosmic seasons? What if objects like these dark stars are echoes from a previous cycle, powered by laws we've barely begun to imagine? It sounds wild, but so did black holes once upon a time. The warnings from Nobel laureates are not proclamations of doom, but of excitement. The old maps of the universe have led us to the edge of a vast, unexplored territory. The anomalies JWST is finding are not errors. They are signposts, pointing toward a deeper reality. They are an invitation to blow up the blackboard entirely. We are living in a golden age of cosmology. The James Webb Telescope isn't just taking pictures, it's challenging our most fundamental assumptions about existence. The laws of physics aren't being broken, but our understanding of them is getting a massive, much-needed software update. So what do you see when you stare into the cosmos? Just stars and dust, or a living mystery that might be watching us back? Let your mind wander, because maybe the universe isn't just something we study, maybe it's something we're a part of. The story is far from over. What other secrets are hidden in the dark? Subscribe to stay updated on these unfolding mysteries and join us as we explore the universe not just with telescopes, but with imagination.